Mick D here, former SAS Patrol Commander, combat veteran, talking about backpack beds, the Expanse, and what I'd take out bush with me, the backcountry, for 2 to 3 to 4 days. So, whilst I'm familiar with backpack beds, the homeless versions, I'm not familiar with their commercial versions. Quite excited to have a look at this, their top of the range Expanse. So let's have a bit of a discovery tour. And whilst it looks similar, I'm already noticing some fundamental differences. Lots of good gear hooks here. Clip with a whistle. Obviously a hydration pack hidden away there in the top. Got the big pouch at the front here. Fair bit of room in that. Molly system under here. And straight away, I've already thought of a good use for this. We got the backpack bed assembled over here. It's got an internal mattress that you can actually pull out of the system. And if I needed extra room, which in cold, wet climates I'd just molly the mattress on the bottom there. So that's a great addition there. Oh, here we go. And we've got a little pouch there for your pole as well. That's handy. Rain cover. Never leave home without one. Good thing about this rain cover too, one, you can use it to catch water, and two, you can actually use that as a marker panel too. Or maybe fashion a Halloween costume out of it, I'm not sure. Still looking on the outside, got a couple of extra pockets here. Handy size, got some carabiners, which would allow you potentially, particularly if you're storing food in this, to get it up off the ground. Got a couple of end pouches here with zips, which is good, so you can secure stuff. And you know, just thinking straight away, I'd probably put some food in there, particularly these bars, because the critters will get into that pretty easily. But if you zipped it up in there, it's much harder for them to get in. What do we got in the top? Okay, we've got a weatherproof zip there with a nice deep pouch. And again, typically what I do, I put things that I'm going to use regularly or I want in a hurry on the outside, okay, because just convenience. You just take that pack off, bang, get in there and get at it. We got up here, got a nice little pouch here for the hydration pack, and underneath that you got another zipper with basically the whole of that lid in there. Another zip under here. Zips are us. Another big pouch there. There. All right, let's go. Let's have a look inside. Got that. I like that because that brings it down. If you're putting extra stuff in there, it's less likely to fall out. You've also got a clip there that you can tie that off. So that's for gear security. That's good. Okay, as you can see in here, a lot of the room is taken up by that sleeping system. And as I mentioned before, if you wanted to or you needed to, you could take that mattress out, pop it on the bottom on that molly system, and that would open that up much more. Okay, we've got a pretty big pouch over here that looks waterproof, so that's handy. And let's see, as always, yep, you've got a lockable zip in there, so you can put your valuables out there in case those fashion conscious bears want to get to the latest iPhone or the latest Samsung. Alrighty, not a bad setup. So, next thing we're going to do is going to pack this bad boy. I'm going to start with the essentials first, and then we're going to move on to the luxury items here. Noting that a lot of these essentials I would carry on my person anyway, because the first thing that's going to be ditched, hate to say this, will be the backpack bed. And the only reason I ditched that is, you know, I was in the water and it was dragging me down, or I was climbing, or whatever. It's an extreme emergency situation where I'd get rid of this, because this is my house on my back. And clearly if I lose this, then my chances of survival, my level of comfort, is going to decrease significantly. So what I'm going to do now is just put the items, I'm going to leave the items that I would carry on my person there. And I'm just going to put these items in here. Okay, so obviously water. Now I'm going to put the water on these ends because I'm trying to get it as close to my back as I can. That does two things. It lessens the pull on the straps, and if you're carrying a lot of water, for those that have done that before, you know how heavy it is. It's probably the heaviest thing you're going to carry, but it also brings your centre of gravity closer into your body. So if you have it further out on your pack, then it's going to make you more unstable. So normally for 3 days I'd take no more than 6 litres. I'm used to surviving on that. That's luxury, 2 litres a day. That's even using dehydes. If you're not used to that, then you want to be packing a little bit more than that. So the big food, the luxury food, I'd put inside primarily for, and typically this is what I use these for. So I typically pop this stuff. I put a meal in there or a day's rations, zip that up, just makes it more secure, harder for the critters to get at as well. And I put another Ziploc bag in there as well to act as a rubbish bag, because again, you carry out everything. It's not a piece of equipment from an Austin Powers movie. That's the water purification pump. First aid kit. Typically I would keep, I've got items on me that can act as a tourniquet, so I would keep that on that wound dressing on the person along with the shears. I'll probably put this actually out the front here because you need it when you need it. This bad boy, solar panel, if I'm carrying one, I'd put out there probably. So this is my cold weather gear. It's got the jacket, the silk, the beanie and the gloves. I'd probably put that inside just to keep it drier because you don't want to get that stuff wet. Now I would put my brolly, my battle brolly, which shelter, keeps the sun off, wind, rain, water catchment. I'd put that in the front there probably, or I might even put that in that one there actually. Just so, because if I need that, typically it's raining and I don't want to open this up and get everything else wet. They're going to go on my head. These, I'd probably keep 4 of those for the on the person. The rest of these in there, and again, as I said, this is a semi-critter proof version. Clearly if you've got a grizzly, it's gonna, and he's hankering after a couple of organic nut bars, as grizzlies do, then it's gonna get in there. Spare batteries again, I'll put them in one of these bags. And I'll probably put that in the other one of these. Because this is so bulky, I wouldn't carry it on me. The beacon I certainly would. So again, ideally sized for that. Carry one of those on me, the other one in the bag. Knife goes on me, secateurs go on me. And I put the binos in here so they're easy to get at. Should put moisture repellent, sunscreen up in the top there, easy to get at. Same with the filter. I reckon we're almost there. Because, believe it or not, the rest of that I'll carry on my person. That's why I have lots of pockets. Lots of pockets. I'd take at least one of these as well. Good to go.